Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mark. So first off, I want to say this is the first video that I ever have recorded while I am actually en route somewhere driving. And I hate when I see people do that because I feel like they're being unsafe and reckless and everything. And I'm completely not. So, because I'm very much about, staying alive. I think that's important to me. So, just kind of driving on some main roads here, and phone's mounted, so we're good as far as that. My focus is on the road, but am shaking and baking, and I did say that I'm going to be consistently posting some more videos out, and I was going to be talking about the book Get Up, and I was going to break it down a little bit so you know what to expect, and chapter by chapter and throughout the rants. I'll tell you really quick about the first chapter. That was a stop sign! No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. It's the first chapter, Fight for Faith. It's interesting about that because the first chapter ever that I ever wrote in a book, and this becomes a #1 book like we talked about in like 4 hours, which blew my mind. That's my least favorite chapter that I've ever written. It's something that was published. Because I like to talk a lot about what happened at the store, or when I was coaching on the field, or this conversation I had with somebody, or just real life interactions and things like that. And I did not do that with this first chapter, Fight for Faith. I used some more metaphorically speaking and things of that nature. But I'll tell you, from what I've been told, a lot of people really, that kind of kicked off the book for a lot of people. And Fight for Faith, I guess, what Dr. Martin Luther King said it the best, right? He said, faith is taking the first step when you don't see the whole staircase. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said, and it's really true. And I break that chapter down, and I got very authentic with that and very revealing, and talk about how I deal with all, I write this book, Get Up, Attack Life, raw, be a savage. And, you would think somebody that writes a book like that is just completely fearless, and that's not, I'm a human being like everybody else, right? And here's the thing, in that, I deal with fear. Sometimes I get in my own head, and there's hopelessness, and there's absolutely frustration. And one thing that I've learned is how to combat some of that, I guess, with age. I don't know if you would say wisdom, but as you get older, you do get wiser. And some of the things I talk about in that are some of these attributes, like gratitude. Gratitude is huge, because you always want to get higher and get to the next place and where you are in life. But you know what? You gotta appreciate where you are, because there's somebody that would just trade with you in a heartbeat, no matter what you got going on in your life. So that's so important. Patience, I talk about that. Being patient, that's something that where you can be quiet and you can pull back and not be so aggressive or frustrated or just want to force things all the time. That was me when I was younger. I always had that get up, attack life attitude, but I think there's a different way about carrying yourself and doing that now. But the whole basis of the chapter is faith. And if you don't have faith, all the other things that you can have, the tenacity and everything else, that can fall to the wayside. You have to believe. You have to believe that things are going to get better, that you're going to get better, that you have a future, that you have options. And it's said, it's statistically proven that positive people, and I know there's all these gurus out in the internet that talk about, oh, positivity's garbage. Yeah, okay, but scientifically proven that positivity will lead to more success, because a negative person will shut down as soon as something happens where it doesn't go their way or it's not as they planned. But a positive person is constantly playing at this higher frequency, and they're more open, and they're paying attention to different possibilities and options and things like that, and it could lead to ways out and to new opportunities. So keep your faith, guys. That's a nutshell of chapter 1, and I kind of break it down, and apparently a lot of people received that very well, so I appreciate it. We're going into Memorial Day weekend. I will drop another video over the weekend, and I believe that's going to be about the first rant that I put in. And a rant is very short, it's very to the point, it's blunt, and they weren't intended to make me friends, but they were intended to help you take the trash out. So hope you guys are having a great week. Hey, if you don't mind, and you like this video, subscribe, and then click the little button next to it there, that little bell where it says notifications. So every time I drop a new one, you'll see it. You guys are awesome. Talk to you soon. Peace.